I've stalled for as long as I can, chat. I've stalled for as long as I can. I think. There we go. Now that OBS is working properly. Yeah, I've stalled for as long as I can. Not quite Eric or Mark or Jared, for that matter. I'm better than that. But I've stalled for long enough. Let's see how this team disappoints us this season. The last 2 years, we have lost in the Western Conference Final in 6 games. We have lost in the Western Conference Final in 7 games. And now here is this team, by the way, with newly branded, there we go, Captain Joe Aginla, because of course. Dude, this team's got to be able to win something. Please. Please. At this point, I'm dying to do a challenge series, whether it be a Nations United, a Draft to Glory, something like that, just so that I have a built-in excuse as to why a team can't frickin' win, as opposed to this, where there's just no excuse other than the team hates me and is allergic to success. So, we'll see what happens this year. Let's go to January. Might stop in December, but let's go to January and see how things play out. Does Celebrini have a face scan? It's a fine face scan. It might be a face scan, but is it like a dead ringer or one of the best? Not quite. He also doesn't have a player picture yet. We just beat Vancouver 10-5. Good Lord. Decent start for the boys, even without James Higgins, which does not make me think that I should trade James Higgins. Not at all. Not at all. Why would I do that? Why would I trade James Higgins? He's the best. He's so good. He's so... so good. God. We are definitely at the portion, though, of this franchise mode where the regular season doesn't matter. Which is funny. Because we are doing very, very well against everybody except Utah, apparently. And the second I said that, we immediately start losing games hand over fist. How long before they do face pictures like Madden instead of silhouettes? Again, the only reason they haven't done it now is it's a little bit more time-consuming of a process, and they've elected to dedicate time towards other changes as opposed to that. That's one of those things that I don't think will change until it's like, oh, hey, we're ahead of schedule, which guess what is never going to happen. So, I mean, it'll change eventually, but it's one of those, do we have a little bit of time to get to it? Okay, cool. But it's never going to be like a top priority thing, as you might suspect. So, team's crushing it so far. Doing very, very well. But none of it matters. None of it matters. Well, Junior and everything get updated. Probably once the AHL season starts, because you do have players on those junior rosters that are going to be graduating up to the AHL, but the AHL season hasn't started yet. So that is the presumption. 27, 7-2. We are first in the league in goals for per game, third in goals against with the 10th best power play and the top penalty kill. All it took was getting rid of Nazem Kadri, who left because he retired, for this team to start figuring it out. Nolan Fitzhenry, 25 goals in 36 games, over a point per game. Absolutely beautiful. James Higgins, just 22 points. That's not great. It's really not great. And I might be done with him. I might. Silas Andrews, 9 goals and 18 assists. 7-24 for Cullen Potter. 15-23 for Prob. 19-15 for Logan Stewart. There is one thing that I did forget to do. Just realized. I remembered now. I was leaving it for the, hey, let's do it at the start of the season. And it was certain player type switches. I'm not going to go through everybody this year. I'll spare you all from that for now. But there are a couple of key players at the NHL level. Again, especially since we forgot to set goals for the season. Zane's is glitched out. It's showing 2029 and we're in 2032. 99 offensive awareness for Zane Parekh. It's tough to say he's not an offensive defenseman at this point. His passing and shooting could be better, though. You know what? The only one I'm going to change right now is prop. Like, he should be a two-way. He should be a two-way. His shooting isn't quite good enough to be like a really top-notch scoring power forward, but it's quite clear if we could get him to switch to a two-way, we'd be in a good spot. So, is he willing to change? Nope. Okay, well, there you go. Over and done with. Over and done with. I won't worry about anybody else for this season. We'll fix all that up next year. I mean, again, the team's doing well right now, so there's not too much to change. We didn't look at goalies or anything like that, but it's fine. Let's just get to the playoffs. That's all that matters right now. Braden, what's going on, by the way? How you been? How you been? All right. Jamie Riley, our backup goalie, is healthy. I did want to see how many goals Logan Stewart had. The team's doing well, but I am not totally sold that we're going to be able to get it done in the playoffs. Not totally sold. Tiebreaker, what's up as well? So it was Kadri's fault. It might have been. It might have been. Never say never. Change up in ears and neck for playmakers to snipers. Might work out. You never know. Lord knows I have snipers that don't score goals. So there's that. So there is that. For shats and giggles, if there is a franchise player this year, it's Raphael Perry from the Quebec Ramparts. We do not know yet, though, if he is indeed the guy. Shout out to Jose Walsh. Tremendous. Yarrow Byers. And Vince Scarabelli. All right. Calendar? Please give me the proper calendar view. Thank you. 38, 7, and 2. I mean, there we go. We know we're going to make the playoffs, right? We're going to make the playoffs. Can we win once we're there? That's the question. That's what we're waiting to see. We have built a well-oiled machine of a team. Not changing a damn thing. Not a damn thing. Of course, right as I said that, we lost 7-2, but it's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Now we're going to keep losing. A couple of wins here and there. All right. Oh, Pablo Wyman out for a week. Could be worse. I mean, dude, this team's going to win 50 games in their sleep. Jesus. More losses. The second I say something positive about this team, the second. I mean, granted, we were playing a forward on our top defense pair, but the second I say something positive, dude, Nielsen and Kessler have been insane this season. God damn. God damn. Let's see. We just keep losing hockey games. We went from a potential record-setting pace to just kind of giving up. And then we beat Buffalo 12-4. So what do I know? What do I know? Apparently, not a damn thing. Apparently not a damn thing. But 43, 12-5. We are on 91 points. Edmonton on 79 in second place in this division. I mean, we'd really have to screw up to not be the division winner. Best power play, best penalty kill, most goals for per game in the league. And don't look now, but our leading scorer, our second line center. 40 goals already for Nolan Fitzhenry. The 1 year I don't get to set a goal for him to score 50. He's probably going to do it. Hagens. I don't know about you, man. Andrews, you're not that much better. But Cullen Potter, 13 and 47, 25 and 54 for Prob, 33 and 30 for Logan Stewart. Pelletier's crushing it this year. Tucker Zhao's done really well. The third line's killing it too. Joe McGinley looking good. I mean, Strassel. God, what is up with him? In the playoffs, he's insane. Aside from that, not so great. Wyman's having a pretty damn good rookie year. Parek's on 48 points. Not bad at all. Nielsen's a plus 33. Kessler a plus 31. And you got Grushnikov and Ustorf, who have both done okay. In goal, Boat Tiger on a 9-1-1. Riley not so hot as a backup. We have 2 third liners who could crack 70 points. But will it matter? Will it matter? We're not going to change anything at the deadline. This team is good enough to win a cup. So do it. Please. Please. It is full-on cup or bust mode for this team now. Easily. I'm not even worried about the trade deadline. Let's just go. Screw what the league looks like. Don't care. Just win the damn thing. We got to go full Colorado. Just win the damn thing. Please. Please, please, please. Doing okay from a winning perspective here. Draft class. Do we know who's at the top of the board? No franchise player this year. Cool. There was a franchise player last year, but again, we didn't trade up because it's not like we needed the guy. I said we were going to win 50 wins in our sleep, and then it took us until almost the end of March. So that didn't quite work out the way I wanted it to. We could have won 60 games this year. We still technically could, but we started to slip up. Where do we end up sending Andriana? Florida, I think? Florida, wasn't it? I think. It'll be whatever team ends up beating us in the Stanley Cup final. That's who we would have traded him to. All right. Well, no 60-win season. It'll be 58 at best. There's 57, and there's 58. 58, 17, and 7. For the second time in 4 seasons, we are the top team in the West. Fun fact, we've won the President's Trophy. First round exit, here we come. Let's see, Anaheim on 89 points. We will be taking on the St. Louis Blues in the first round. Edmonton plays Vancouver. Anaheim will play Dallas. And Chicago plays Minnesota. In the Atlantic, let's see, 92 points and 92 points and 90. So the Columbus Blue Jackets will play the Toronto Maple Leafs. Ottawa plays Montreal. Detroit plays Washington. And we have Rangers Penguins. So we were indeed the President's Trophy winners. Averaging just under 4 goals for per game. Goals against at a 2.68. Second lowest in the league. Only Toronto gave up a fewer amount of goals. 27.9 on the power play. The NHL's best. Penalty kill at 87.9. The NHL's best. Now, we did see the 2 highest point totals that we have had so far. That is 109 points for Prab Bathal, and 100 points with 63 goals for Nolan Fitzhenry. Maybe it happens if you set your players up to have goals for the season. Maybe it just curses them. Dude, look at this. 40 goals as a rookie, 32, 28, 63. Jesus. 1 year I don't set him up for a goal for the season. Unbelievable. I mean, more goals this year than the past 2 years combined. It's crazy. Yeah, 23 power play goals. 12 game winners. And then Prob, of course, leading the way at 109 points. Huge step up for him. His career high was last year of 64. I don't know what the hell got into the team this year. 90 points and 45 goals for Logan Stewart, which is incredibly stellar. Potter, 87 points, 69 assists. 75 points for Jacob Pelletier, ahead of first liner Silas Andrews, which is crazy. Hagen's 70 and 78's okay, but dude, let's be honest, who was the number 1 center this year? It was Prab Bathal. You have Joe Iginla, 64 points this year. Zhao on 39. Griva's up there, and the Strassel didn't do much. He really didn't. Defensively, only 57 points for Zane Parekh, and I say only because the guy's a 93 overall as an alleged offensive defenseman. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. He's in a contract year as well. Maybe it will be 4 first-round picks for Zane Parekh in the offseason. Plus-minus wise, the Nielsen-Kessler pairing was unbelievable. For the goaltenders, you have Boat Tiger, 47 wins, 5 shutouts, a .914 save percentage. That might be good enough to win the Vezina. And Jamie Riley ended up doing okay as a backup. Not bad. Not bad at all. Around the league, Bathal led the NHL in points. That's crazy. Outscoring Connor Bedard, who missed a game. Jason Robertson, Wyatt Johnston, and then Nolan Fitzhenry was there. Wow. Of course, Demidov, now a Ranger. Top goal scorer was Fitzhenry, the only guy to break 60 this year. Robertson and Matthews each hit 50. Dude, we can't lose, please. Please, God, we can't lose. We can, but we can't afford to. Adam Fox clearly is going to win the Norris. Hughes Makar continuing to do incredibly well. For the goalies, the winningest was a Bodiger. You had Ravensbergen up there. Gustafsson. No sign of a former goalie of ours. Andrianov with Florida, just 27 wins. .914 save percentage, but clearly we didn't miss him that much. Ravensbergen led in shutouts. Save percentage-wise, probably Joseph Wall. Maybe. Depends on how much wins are valued. For the rookies, Frederick Svensson for Philadelphia probably wins the Calder. The plus-minus isn't great, but he outscored Chad Legatsakos. Legitsakos. Legitsakos. Liggy T. Sakos. Chad Lega Steven Stamkos. Anyway. So with that, we know who it's going to be in the playoffs. I'm not changing a gosh darn dang thing about our lines, even though the Pethal was amazing and Fitzhenry was amazing. We're going to hope that they can continue to do that. We are going to run with this team in the exact same way in which they ended up winning the President's Trophy as Gail Nielsen develops silver truculence. Let's go. Let's go. They got to win, man. They got to win. They are too good to not win. It is cup or bust in Calgary. And again, in the opening round, we draw the St. Louis Blues, who have never caused this Bruins fan any rough times. Yeah. Let's take a look at St. Louis here. The Battle of Brett Hull. There you go. The Battle of the Golden Brett. Will we go Blues? Let's find out. St. Louis looking like this in 2032. Pavel Buchnevich, Robert Thomas, and Jordan Kyrou. You got Jake Neighbors, Alexis Joseph. The third Joseph brother. Dylan Holloway as well. Bo Dexter. Jorg Klotz. What a name. And Zach Bolduc. Jimmy Snugarud, Dalibor Dvorsky, and Dakota Joshua. Sorry, it's been 4 games, so yes, they can bounce back. Defensively, please don't lose to this defense. Please. Riker Evans and Timothy Liljegren, Ryan Healy and Yegor Zamula, Jeremy Lozon, and Roger McQueen, who, yes, is a forward, so clearly they have an injury. Wasn't Klotz the franchise pick? No. 3rd overall, though, medium elite. Their goaltender, Carter Essler. Joel Hofer. The injury is to Jet Deschamps. Christ, we got to win this series. We got to win this series, don't we? About this. It is game number 1. First round. We're trying to win that damn trophy. A beautiful, elusive trophy. First period. 1-0 Calgary. I'm shocked, to be honest. I thought we'd be getting absolutely destroyed at this point in time, but apparently not. Silas Andrews with the goal. Love to see it. Second period. 2-0 Calgary. Nolan Fitzhenry on the power play. Make that 24 power play goals on the year. So we are looking okay here, but we also blew multi-goal leads quite a bit last year. So I'm not holding my breath in regards to how this is looking. Can we hold on, though? 5 minutes left. Well, that's a pretty good way to start a series. That is pretty good. We outshot them 37-17. It's a 2-0 victory. Boat Tigers stopping all 17. I mean, very strong performance for their goalie. So that's a bit concerning. We outshot them, though, 12-3 in the third period. So the Blues just did not show up in that game. Which is a good thing for us because, again, their goalie played really, really well. And that could be a problem down the stretch. So, you'd think a 2-0 win would be confidence generating, but not quite. First period of game number 2. 2-1. Okay, Joseph scored first. It's another power play goal for Fitzhenry. Peltier gets one as well. Not bad. Second period, we get 2 more. James Hagens. Dude, Fitzhenry cannot stop scoring this year. He is insane. 4-1. Heading into the third period, make it 4-2. Let's not. Can we not? Can we not? Thank you. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Joe. A little bit of a scare for us, just a smidge. But we're going to take the first two games of the series. 6-3, your final score. They get a bit more offense, but we scored a few more goals as the top six certainly delivered in that game. What got into Fitzhenry? Probably performance-enhancing drugs. Probably. Allegedly. Let's be honest, it's the NHL. They don't really test for performance-enhancing drugs. You get like one suspension a year, if that, for PEDs in the NHL. They don't give a fuck. They're not testing. Get out of here. The only people that are, hey, come on, cut it out, are the guys that are just like really stupid about it. Nate Schmidt. Anyway, game number 3. Game number 3. Imagine if the NHL tested for coke. It'd be called the AHL at that point. Actually, the AHL would probably be even worse. First period. 1-1. Logan Stewart, Jordan Kyrou. Okay. They almost had more shots in that period than they had in the entirety of game number 1. Second period. 2-1 Calgary. Shorty for Pelletier. Very, very nice. He honestly should have been and would have been the captain, but people said give it to Iginla. We are tied at 2 as Joseph scores. Bushnevich makes it 3-2. St. Louis is dominating this game. No power play goal to bail us out. Good old Tucker Zhao has tied this game up, though. 4-3. A 2-1. Overtime in game number 3. You know my overtime rules, and it works out well. We steal this third game. Probathol, less than a minute. 47 seconds to be exact. Into the overtime, all 3 stars on the Blues. Shows you how we managed to steal that game. But I'm not complaining. A win is a win. I don't care how we win. It's just score goals, win game, do good, and we did. And we are 1 win away from the second round and knocking out St. Louis very, very quickly, which is nice because I don't really need any dramatics this year. Last year, we had 3 straight game 7s. I don't need that nonsense this year. Just win the damn thing. Game number 4. First period. 1-0 Calgary. Akam Ustorf. The defenseman gets his first ever playoff goal. We outshot them 15-2. Second period. 2-0. Logan Stewart. 20 minutes away. 20 minutes away from ending this series. Please. Vaclav Nostrassel. Logan. It's over. It's over. GG's in the chat. We'll see you in the handshake line. This series is over. It's over, I say. I said the series is over. Remember what I said about not needing to see any dramatics this year? Yeah. 5-3 is your final score. Calgary completes the sweep. Never in doubt. Never in doubt. First round win in the books. Thank God. Thank God, as it will be. Oh, dude, Chicago is going to advance again. It is going to be either Vancouver or Edmonton in the second round. That might have been the most uninspiring sweep I've ever seen. There was some inconsistency, for sure. For sure. There was some inconsistency there, but we'll see. It's Anaheim and Chicago. Calgary. And it's going 7 between Edmonton and Vancouver. Will we have yet another Battle of Alberta? Or yet another showdown with Vancouver? The answer is the Berta. The Berta battle. God, we cannot escape these fuckers. It's the Edmonton Oilers. One more time. One more fargan time as the Canucks blow a 3-1 lead and set us up on a collision course with the fargan Oilers. The fargan Oilers, who look like this in 2032. The same top line, Matt Savoie, 35-year-old Connor McDavid, and 36-year-old Leon Draisaitl. Jonathan Berggren is with Nicholas Suzuki and Yegor Chinakhov, Niels Höglander, Cameron Robbins, and Martin Kromiak. Artem Schleine, 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 Matthew Perkins, and Roby Arventi. The defense is Jacob Chikrin and meet the new Evan Bouchard, same as the old Evan Bouchard, Brock Cripps. Then they have Evan Bouchard and Tyson Hines, and a third pair of Stanislav Svozil with Seamus Casey. Goaltender, Emil Vinny, with Tyler Brennan behind him. No injuries, healthy scratches, Jake Bean, Henry Thrun, and Jordan DeMay. It's Edmonton. We've seen them plenty of times. Plenty of times. Plenty. Shout out to Joe Aginla, captain material. Higgins did well. Bethal, I mean, if we keep playing like we did in that opening round and get a little bit more out of Silas Andrews, we'll be pretty good. A little bit more out of the Grievas as well. But that was pretty solid first round performance. Bodeger's going to need to be a little bit better, though. He's going to need to be. Let's do it. Let's do it. We consider it a failed season unless we make the cup final. AHL teams in the playoffs as well. We've already seen a couple of Calder Cups. I'm not really too worried about them. It's the big club that needs to win. Game 1 on our home ice. The Battle of Alberta. First period. 1-0 Flames. Logan Stewart. Second period. Well, Zane Parekh scored on the power play to make it 2-0. From there, 2 goals for Yegor Chinakhov. Matt Savoie scores and a power play goal for Connor McDavid. Down by 2, heading into the third. Connor McDavid scores again. Logan Stewart gets one back. That is what you call a disastrous way to kick off a series. Final score of game 1, 7-3 for the Edmonton Oilers. Not ideal. Not ideal. Did our goalie get injured? No, just his pride. The only thing that was hurt for him was his pride. That was brutal. The B in brutal is that's what it is in B4. Shout out to B4 for the bits. How are you? Hopefully better than me after that one. We're gonna lead the team the same. It's only 1 loss. Bodeger's save percentage just collapsed. Jesus. Okay. God, we need to do better than that, please. Game number 2. Derek Jeter. First period. 2-1 Calgary. James Higgins and Tucker Zhao. Zhao? I don't know, because it might not be Zhao, but whatever. Connor McDavid scored again. Jesus Christ. I don't know why I said his name twice. Before, I'm doing pretty good. This team's ruining my life, though. Second period, we get another goal. Silas Andrews, very nice. We go to the third. Now it's a 3-goal lead. James Hagens, all right. 4-1. 4-5-1. Logan Stewart. All right, Suzuki gets one back. But we are up 5-2. All right. It looks like it is going to be a good result. And it is 5-2. Final score. We strike back with a vengeance. You love to see it. You love to see it. Much better game for the Boat Tiger. Much better. Fucking meow. Boat Tiger roars again. Okay. 1-1. Advantage still to Edmonton for winning a game on the road. I wish that actually mattered a bit more. That'd be cool. I'm honestly surprised the NHL series hasn't done that. To do some sort of like home ice advantage matters. Like, it might be difficult in the sim, but that idea even of, I don't know, it might be tough to implement, but that whole idea of like, hey, first period of a playoff game, home team gets a temp boost to their speed, their checking, their aggression. And that way it's kind of the thought of like, hey, were you able to take the air out of the building in the first period on the road by having the lead? Were you able to survive, or did the home team take advantage of that? Because it's like, that's a big thing in hockey. So, I don't know. Just spitballing, EA. That's fine. I've been spitballing ideas forever. You use some of them. A lot of them fall on deaf ears. And, well, the Metacritic rating keeps dropping, doesn't it? Anyway. It's me being spicy because I did some roster editing today, and my God. Anyway. Let's go. Up 2-0 at the end of the first period. Old Jakob Beltier and Vaclav Nastrassel. Not bad. Not bad second period. Still 2-0. We go to the third. Up by 2. Now up by 1. Leon Draisaitl. You bastard. You bastard. Power play for Edmonton. Yep. Gustavs Griva scores short-handed. Is that enough? It is. Colin Potter with the dagger. We survive a scare. Patrick Shaline. We survive a little bit of a scare in game number 3, but we are up 2-1 on the Oilers. Not bad, not bad. We got a ways to go, though. Bodiger now at a 905. Not amazing. Game 4. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Chromiak scores before I can even pause the simulation. That's a good sign. First period. It actually was a good sign. 2 goals for the playoff GOAT. At least the first 2 rounds of the playoffs. Vaclav Nastrassel. Build the statue. Second period. It's now 2-2. Connor McDavid. We go to the third. Tie game. We have a 2-1 series lead here in the second round. What can we do? Can we do anything? Please. Please, can we do something? Please. We can go to overtime. That's what we can do. Can we win it? Successful penalty kill. Not bad. Hagens. Schmagens. Vaclav. Or Artem Grushnikov, the third pair defenseman. The Calgary Flames are 1 win away from going back to the Western Conference Final for the 3rd season in a row. Damn. Aklafna Strassel strikes again. Harrison Boat Tiger doing what he can do. Not always what he does, but doing what he can do. 1 win away from what will be a 3rd straight conference final between Calgary and the 2-time defending Stanley Cup champions in Chicago. Game number 5 against Edmonton is first. First period, goalless, okay. Second period, 2-0 Oilers. Evan Bouchard on the power play and Matt Savoie. We're making it difficult for ourselves to not take another bus trip down to old Edmonton here. Jonathan Berggren makes it 3-0. There will be a game number 6. This we can pretty much confirm there will be a game 6. As old Jacob ends the shutout, but it is still a 3-1 loss. As Emil Vinny has a hell of a performance, and it is now a 3-2 series lead for the Flames. We lose top pairing defenseman Pablo Wyman to injury. Hate to see it. He's not out for long, but he's out for long enough. Game number 6 in Edmonton. Can we end the series here? First period, as the Wranglers have been eliminated from the playoffs. I'm surprised. And the Oilers are up 1-0. A goal from Robbins. Second period. You know, even if we win the series, I have no confidence. I have no confidence whatsoever that we are going to be able to beat Chicago. We cannot close out a series against a team like the Oilers. So why should I believe that we'll now be able to beat Chicago? We're going 7. 6-1, the final score. Back-to-back elimination games, and we get outscored 9-2. Okay. Game 7. Winner plays Chicago. Toronto's going back to the Eastern Conference Finals. They lost in the Stanley Cup Finals last year to the Hawks. This is a big game. This is a very big game. Parekh, Andrews, Bethal, Fitzhenry, all of them RFAs. Maybe we should assign Prob to that big deal, by the way, because if you thought he was asking for money before, boy howdy, after that regular season, is he going to be asking for a whole lot of money. This might be our last shot. It might be. At least with some of the members of this core. I might have to make some changes after this year. Like, I'm going to be forced into changes from a financial standpoint. I mean, Harrison Bodiger, this is your chance to prove you should be the guy here. You're on a contract year as well. Crazy. We're not changing anything about the lines. We won 57 games like this, with the exception of the fact that we have fucking 41-year-old Nick Jensen in the lineup currently because of injuries. And we really don't have anybody better that we could call up. So, how is the Kessler-Nielsen pairing? They've been good. Grushnikov, Ustorf. That's where we'll make the change. Akam Ustorf with Zane Parekh. Jensen with Grushnikov. That is the play. Game 7, are we going to waste an incredible opportunity at potentially winning a title? First period, goalless. Second period, 2-1 Edmonton. Chromiak and Chinnikov, 1 goal for Gustavs Griva. Dude, they scored from terrible locations. All 3 goals were from terrible locations. Third period, down by 1 on home ice. Logan Stewart has tied the game. Come on now. Extended power play for Edmonton. Nick Suzuki scores. Silas Andrews has tied the game. It's going down to the wire. It's going down to the wire. We wouldn't have it any other way, would we? Next goal likely sends their team to the conference final to play Chicago. Oh, boy. Here we go. Imagine the Saddle Dome still being used in 2032. Ustorf across for Parekh. Logan Stewart. Back to Parekh. Potter to Bethal. Shot blocker saved by Vinny. Perkins for the Oilers. Across to Yarventi. Takes a hit from Parekh. All battling. Parekh has it. Bang. Pass to Stewart. He's offside. That's going to send us pretty far back. Honestly, I thought we were going to be back in our own zone. It's Henry, Higgins, and Andrews are out there against Savoie, McDavid, and Draisaitl. Oilers have it, only temporarily. Higgins to Nielsen. Nielsen stepping up, Fitzhenry, and a big blocker saved by Vinny. Andrews to Kessler. Higgins, it's blocked. Nielsen to Fitzhenry. Kessler deflects. Chychrun has it. Held up. Savoie, Chychrun, finally able to get it out. Here's McDavid. Takes a hit. Big hit there, drops Kessler. Trips to Savoie. Shot, save by Bodiger. Andrews up for Kessler. The enforcer defenseman is not who we want carrying the puck here, but he does gain the zone. Kessler to Higgins, tried to sneak it. Didn't happen. Vince, I'd have to double check. I don't remember if I changed attribute effect or game speed. If I changed anything, it's game speed down to 3 and attribute effect to 10. Higgins to Kessler. Can't get the shot off past Chinnikov. It's Henry to Kessler. Nielsen, one-timer. Vinny was there. Big time save. Big time save. Potter, Bethal, and Stewart are out. Looks better than yeah, Vince, it is improved, yeah. It is. The AI still need some work in regards to understanding like their full toolbox, as we call it. Like, you still won't see them do Michigans, my god. But they are a little bit better. Potter trying to make a move, and he does. Parekh to Bethal, doesn't pull the trigger on a shot. Does win it back. Parekh to Stewart. Down low to Bethal. Back to Ustorf. Tried to go across. Stewart to Ustorf. Parekh deflection. Vinny makes the save. We're getting chances. Peltier, Zhao, and Joe Iginla wearing the C, taking over for Nazem Kadri. Jensen to Grushnikov. Peltier turnaround shot stopped. Suzuki held up by Zhao. Casey can't get rid of it. Iginla to Zhao. Jensen, the 41-year-old, 42-year-old, can't get the shot off. Here comes Nick Suzuki. Has space. Over. Berggren scores. A little bit of time left, but not much. 21 seconds. Higgins wins the draw. Perek can't get the pass through Savoie. Andrews to Fitzhenry. He's going for a reset play. We don't have time for that. Bodiger, awkward path to the bench. Ustorf loses it. Perek to Andrews. Shot scores! That's the one that goes in. Silas Andrews. 1 second on the clock.
Well, he's known for his quick dangles and his deception, James, with his magic hands as he just dekes his way to the net and puts it home.
What the hell just happened? Puck on a string. Yeah, that had a lot to do with it.
I love the adjustments that the coach has made throughout this game, and he's rewarded with that last goal, and it's the equalizer in this elimination game. So he knows it. He feels like he's...
The Battle of Alberta strikes again. 1.9. Technically, it's 1. There's a bit of a delay. Essentially, 1 second left. The Berggren goal wasn't enough. Emil Vinny lets a muffin past him to send Game 7 to overtime. It looked like it was a disaster here. You had Fitzhenry going for the reset play. Watch Bodiger once we pull the goalie. He didn't know where the fuck he was going. Akim Ustorf, the rookie, carries it in, loses it on the cut play, but drew in Draisaitl. Perek to Andrews, gets it to the forehand. Not a hard shot, just gets it past McDavid, who goes to play the body. Oh, Vinny was screened big time. Please tell me that was Evan Bouchard in front. It wasn't. It was Chikrin. Vinny, I mean, can kind of see the puck, but not really. I mean, he had a decent view of it. And then drops to go butterfly. What a sweet ass. Under the blocker and in. We go to overtime. Vinny screened himself. Edmonton scored with 21 seconds left. 20 seconds later, we tied the game. Silas Andrews looking to play more hero puck here. Fitzhenry to Andrews. Andrews! They score! What the hell was that? The Calgary Flames have stolen the series. Why does it always have to be so complicated? They never answered Averill, and they're never going to answer me. We were 21 seconds away from choking away this series. After this goal from Jonathan Berggren, Silas Andrews sends us to overtime.
Fanboy.
And the passing between Hagens and Andrews, and shout out to Chris. The double OQ makes me think it's like, instead of Farouk, it's Chris Rook. Shout out to the Nation of Domination. Holy hell, man. Holy hell. Battle for the puck. Good little play. Gain the zone. Fitzhenry avoids pressure from Cripps. Was that even Fitzhenry? It was. Finds James Hagens, and just like that, Cripps the overcommit. Hagens to Andrews. I thought he was going to shoot or try to go backhand. But no. Avoids the Chychrun poke check. Drops back to Hagens. Savoie is close. I think Cripps gets a piece of it. He does. Because of the way Vinny... Right? Like, he has to get a piece of that puck. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe Vinny just let in another muffin. I don't think that deflected. I think it just missed. Like, he overcorrected from extending the blocker, and it hits the top of the blocker and goes in. Thank you, sir, for a marvelous, marvelous choke job. The Calgary Flames, one more time, will have a showdown with Chicago in the conference final. 3 years running. Chicago's won it both times so far. And now we get to do it again.